Salveto omnes! In this lesson, we will learn about substantive adjectives. Before watching this video, please read pages 53 through 59 in your textbook. This lesson will cover the following topics: substantive adjectives, adverbs, and conjunctions. In English, sometimes the noun an adjective is modifying drops out, and when left by itself, the adjective itself acts like a noun. Adjectives that act like nouns are called substantive adjectives. Substantive is derived from the Latin verb substo, which means to stand in place of. You can think of substantive adjectives as adjectives that stand in place of nouns. Take this common English saying, "Only the good die young." Here, the good is not referring to the abstract concept of goodness. Rather, a word like people is implied to follow good, as in only good people die young. In this case, good is a substantive adjective. Perhaps you've wished someone happy holidays using the phrase to you and yours. In this case, yours is a substantive adjective. It is acting like a noun, and a phrase like family members is implied, as in to you and your family members. Substantive adjectives occur all over the place in Latin. This is especially true with possessive adjectives like meus, tuus, suis, noster, and vester, as well as adjectives that indicate nationality or ethnicity, like Romanus and Graecus. In these cases, it is usually appropriate to supply something like men, women, or people, depending on the context and the gender of the adjective. So nostros missimus could mean something like we sent our men. In fact, noster, our, is a really common substantive adjective in military and political texts. Neuter plural, and to a lesser extent singular, substantive adjectives are also really common. Bona, dicta, data. In this case, you add the word thing or things, so bona would be good things, or more colloquially, goods, and dicta would be things having been said. Perhaps you know the English word data. This is the neuter plural form of datus from the Latin verb do dare and means things having been given. The singular form, of course, is datum, and both are substantive adjectives. In general, if you see an adjective that doesn't appear to have a noun that it agrees with in gender, case, and number, it is probably substantive, and you may need to supply the appropriate noun to translate it smoothly into English. Again, in these cases, context is your best friend. Time to switch gears to adverbs and conjunctions. I accidentally scrolled too far back in the textbook and realized that Dickey threw in conjunctions and adverbs at the end of chapter 7 without explaining them, which means I also did not explain them. First, adverbs. As a part of speech, adverbs modify verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. Many adverbs in English end in ly and describe how something happens, such as quickly, happily, and forcefully. Adverbs can also communicate when something happens, such as the words yesterday and now. In Latin, adverbs are pretty common and may occur anywhere in the sentence, though are usually close to whatever word they are modifying. Many Latin adverbs end in a or im, as in bene, well, and furtim, furtively, but others are more irregular. Second, conjunctions. The word conjunction is derived from the Latin verb conjugo, which means to join together, which is exactly what conjunctions do. You already know one conjunction, et, and. Et can connect pretty much anything together, from nouns as in Marcus et Julia currunt, Marcus and Julia run, to adjectives, equus pulcher et bonus est, the horse is beautiful and good, to entire clauses, equum amam et amico pecuniam mitam. I will buy a horse and I will send money to my friend. Chapter 7 introduces two new conjunctions, sed, which means but, and quia, which means because. These work the same way they do in English. Alright, that's all for now. Keep studying your endings and vocabulary. Waleta!